for economic security. The Panama Canal was built for our military.
Are spheres of influence making a comeback on the international stage? The concept lost some of its relevance at the end of the Cold War, but seems to be regaining traction with the return of Donald Trump to the White House and the war in Ukraine. According to this expert, it's in Europe's interest to prevent the formation of exclusive spheres of influence.
The immediate threat of a sphere of influence is that you cut others off from resources and trade. And certainly for Europe, this is a problem because we are an export economy and we need to import most of our resources. If you will get a general race to establish spheres of influence, then you would see great powers trying to convince or even to coerce other states to join their side. That would certainly increase geopolitical tensions, and ultimately it could trigger conflict.
Russia, China and the United States are trying to gain ground. The US has threatened to annex Greenland and Canada, but this is about territorial expansion, not spheres of influence, says Biscop.
So Russia is definitely trying to establish an exclusive sphere of influence by military means in its near abroad. China is very smartly gaining lots of influence across the world, but mostly through an economic and political strategy. But that could only become an exclusive sphere of influence if other players, including the European Union, would abandon those countries to China. But that's not happening.
For the EU, enlargement is a means of promoting its values. It's not about a sphere of influence.
So the European Union is, of course, increasing its power and influence by enlarging, but enlargement is not creating a sphere of influence. And if another state joins the Union, it becomes part of us. A sphere of influence will be around ourselves, it will not be part of ourselves.
A sphere of influence refers to a geographical area that a power has unilaterally declared to be its exclusive space, and over which it exerts political, economic and military control.